Have you ever experienced a trip that left a lifelong memory? Have you ever experienced a trip that didn't compare to any other trip that you had been on? I recently wrote a short story about a sweet family that had a very memorable trip to the beach. This trip to the beach was unlike any other. So I'm going to read part of my story, A Trip to Remember, and allow you to see how the Klein family had unordinary memories that they made on their trip that left a lasting impact. A Trip to Remember. As a cool Saturday morning in Kentucky rolls around, the Klein family works hard to get everything loaded in their minivan to head down on their way to Georgia. The Klein family had been waiting 5 long years to go back to the beach. The youngest child, Emily, doesn't know where they're going because she's never been to the beach. Surprise! Clay, the middle child, loves going to the beach and hopes they never come back to Kentucky. Jessie, the oldest child, loves the beach too, but is upset because she couldn't bring a friend with her on this trip. The parents, Nancy and Jim, are excited to enjoy the week making lifelong memories at the beach with their family. They have worked hard to have a different adventure every day that they are there. When deciding what beach they were going to, they narrowed it down and decided to go to Savannah, Georgia. There are many opportunities for tourists there. On the road they go. As his family approaches the peachy state of Georgia, Emily starts questioning where they're going and why the drive is taking so long. She thought going on a short road trip that has now turned into hours of being in the car. Where are we going, Mommy? I'm ready to get out of the car, said Emily. Mom replies, we'll be there soon, not much longer, and we'll be where we're staying. Emily continues to look out the window, riding along. Clay and Jessie are snoozing away, not worried about how long it takes to get there. Nancy notices their exit is coming up and informs Jim to take exit 2. The minivan exits the interstate and comes to a rough ending, though, as they approach the end of the exit ramp. The minivan has a flat tire. Oh no, oh no, oh no, screams Emily. And Nancy screams too. Ah! Jim pulls over to the side of the road to get out and take a look and to notice that the front driver tire is flat. He wakes up Clay and asks him to help locate the spare tire so they can go on their way. What's going on? Jessie asks. Mommy said we have a flat tire, Emily said. Jessie lays her head back down and pretends nothing ever happened. Jim and Clay try to get the car jacked up and replace the flat with the spare tire. Jim and Clay also laugh while trying to make the best of the flat tire that has them stranded on the side of the road. About an hour later, the two boys return to the car and they're ready to proceed. Continuing on for the remaining 30 miles, Nancy turns on Christmas music and Emily sings Jingle Bells to the top of her lungs. Sis, be quiet, said Clay. On the final approach to their hotel, they pull in to park, and Emily says, Mommy, can I know where we are now? Nancy replies, Not yet, honey. You'll see when we get to our room. Emily focuses on looking out the window as Jim walks to the entrance of the hotel to check them in. The family remains in the minivan until Jim returns for the room number. Jim returns and says they're room 824 on the 8th floor. They pile out of the vehicle and go to the room. Emily says, Daddy, am I sleeping with you and Mommy? And Jim says, we'll see how many beds are inside. Jessie says, I'm going to have my own bed. I'm not sharing. Nancy then gives Jessie a stern look. They open the door and go inside. Clay sees the balcony door, running straight to drop his stuff off and go out on the balcony. Emily follows and notices they're at the beach. Is this the beach? I've never been at the beach. Can we go down there? Is there a pool? I want to play in the sand. This is the best trip ever. Are you excited to be here, Emily? Jim asks. Yes, Daddy. I can't wait to go down there. Nancy works at getting everyone's belongings in their correct room, and Jim talks about getting some food to keep in their room. The kids sit on the balcony as Emily is amazed by the waves, and Jessie makes a bet with Clay that she can dunk him in the ocean. Nancy finishes up telling the kids to get in their bathing suits, and Jim runs over the agenda with Nancy before heading down to the ocean. Sunday, we're going to stay around the pool. Monday, we're going to adventure to town. Tuesday, we're going to take the kids to mini golf and out to eat. Wednesday, the weather doesn't seem so nice, so we're going to go to an outlet mall. Thursday, we're going to SeaWorld, let the kids swim with dolphins. Friday, we're going to split the day between the ocean and the pool. Saturday, we head back to Kentucky. Nancy and Jim have worked hard to make a schedule so they can make the most of their time and allow the kids to really enjoy their trip. Each day is set for one kid so they can all enjoy something special. Sunday morning, Emily comes running down the hallway, waking everyone up because she is ready to get the day started. The Klein family gathered around in the kitchen to snack on some donuts before heading down. Monday morning, the Klein family has planned for venturing around the small town of Georgia with no specific plans as to what they might do. After getting ready and walking down the road, Jessie notices a store not too far up. She gets a little ahead of the crew and the rest of the family follows, where they find Jessie picking up clothes and shopping. Jessie is a teenager and all is about spending money and shopping. Jim tells Jessie, "Don't find anything here, we won't be able to go to the outlet mall." Savannah is known for ghosts and being a haunted town, but the Klein family is unaware of that information. Jim decides to walk down the road to find somewhere to eat. He calls Nancy to bring the rest of the kids. "Did you see that flag blowing out there? There wasn't any wind blowing. How could the flag be blowing?" Jim replies. "I didn't pay any attention to it, but I will when we leave here," as Nancy is stunned that the flag is blowing. The family finishes their meal and proceeds down the road for whatever they can see. The flag is still blowing and they cannot seem to figure out why. They continued on their adventure without analyzing the flags. As their day continued, they ventured into several shops along the main road, being silly with one another. They still questioned the movement of the flag as they went on their night to eat and quick to bed after a long day of walking around. Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, and Thursday morning continue to follow with weird situations that happen, such as people following them that not everybody can see. Jessie gets touched by something that is not there, and Emily gets on a quarter horse that is not even had a quarter put in that will not stop moving. That is a brief summary of the rest of the story and how the memories that the Klein family makes continue to leave them with the lasting impact that they will never forget about Savannah, Georgia.